You know, normally ICC means it's dominated by ECB. Sachin wanted his last test to be played in Wankhede before and to announce his retirement. There was not a scheduled match, but he got it for him in Mumbai. I don't have to mention anything about Tala. Everybody knows he's the backbone. He's CSK, and I'm sure that he has agreed to play for the current year also. So that's a big boon for the fans of CSK. Good evening. I'm really short of words. Let me at the outset thank the Tamil Nadu Cricket Association for having organized such a wonderful function. The speakers, earlier speakers, who paid so many good words about me, who talked so many good words about me. I don't know whether I rightly deserve that. But as rightly pointed out, my passion for cricket is the one which drove me into the cricket administration. If at all I'm here today, it is because of a few individuals and the organizations which backed me. I'll be failing in my duty if I don't mention about the persons who really shaped my career. One, the first speaker, Mr. T.V. Viswanathan, he is here. I joined India Civils, as he said, in February 1973. And I was a graduate of commerce from the Viswanathan College. Didn't know much about accounting, though I passed BCom. And then got into India Civils, though my parents and my family wanted me to continue with my CA. My dad was also an employee of India Civils, and he was not a very keen follower of cricket. He always used to say that whenever I used to go out and play and didn't do much in my studies, I was an average student. All my cousins and my sisters were brilliant students. One of my cousins is here who's come down from US, and my father always used to say, cricket only saapadu podadu. But today, what I am today is because of my passion in cricket, and I only wish that he had lived to see what I am today. As far as my traits are concerned, as Ashri rightly put it, it was my mother who shaped me. And I have my uncle, who is also sitting here, who's a replica of what I am. So Ashwini probably conveyed the feelings of the family. Probably she was in a better position. I'm not in a better position to reciprocate the kind of love and affection all previous speakers have done now. The main reason for my growth is because I was fortunate to be working under Mr. N.Srinivasan. Of course, the pathway to that was because of Mr. T.V. Swaminathan and Dr. G. Natarajan. Dr. G. Natarajan was so passionate about junior cricket, and also he was the person who was responsible, along with Mr. T.V. Swaminathan, to bring back cricket in India Civils when Mr. Srinivasan came back in 1990. In those days, the TNCA, to get into the TNCA was a Herculean effort. Even the AGM minutes will not be passed in a day. We started accidentally to get into TNCA because one day Mr. Srinivasan, when he entered the office, he called me and Dr. G. Natarajan and said, I'm going to stand for the Vice President. We were surprised because he had never shown an interest to get into the TNCA at all. Then we said, if you want to be in TNCA, we will have to get at least, in those days it was around 180 votes, at least around 95 to 100 votes for you to win. He said, what do you have? I said, we have only one vote, that is Tirunelveli district. He said, don't worry, you go and meet each and every one of the secretaries, club secretaries of the city, as well as go into the districts. We did that. Myself and Dr. Natarajan will plan a visit every day, and we'll go and meet the club secretaries at their home, and then we'll go into the districts and find out if there is any possibility of getting Mr. Srinivasan elected, saying that we have been sponsoring and developing cricket, and he will be the right person to get into the TNCA. The first year, he lost by one vote. Knowing Mr. Srinivasan, when he lost by one vote, he said, now I'm not going to keep quiet. Till I finish as the president of TNCA, I'm going to fight. That was the fighting spirit in him. And then he said, what are the ways and means of getting the confidence of the voters? What we said was, yes, if at all we want to do something and for TNCA, you have to develop cricket, you have to show interest in promoting cricket in the rural districts and also in the city. We started getting the district players to play in the city league. Every weekend about 50 to 60 players of districts will come out to the city and play in the various clubs in the city league. And we used to take care of their travel and accommodation. And as Mr. Ramaswamy pointed out in his earlier speech, over the years we were able to improve the standard of cricket of the district boys. And when he took over as the president of TNCA in 2002 or 3, he said, I became the assistant secretary in charge of districts. And he said that now we will have to see to it that the district's infrastructure is improved. To begin with, we converted the Tirunelveli ground at India Cement's ground at Tirunelveli into a turf ground. Then we had the Guru Nanak College. We took over the Guru Nanak College ground and converted it into a turf wicket. And once we started developing cricket, the secretaries also had confidence that here's a person who will definitely be keen to develop Tamil Nadu cricket and also take care of the cricketers and the administrators. With that, his tenure in TNCA started, and after he started his tenure in TNCA, the AGMs will be over in about 2 hours, maximum of 2 hours, because that is the kind of confidence he instilled in the club secretaries. So I was very lucky to be working under him, and when an opportunity came for Mr. Srinivasan to become an office bearer of the BCCI, they offered him the vice president's post from the South Zone. Dr. Natarajan, myself, we told him that it's not going to be a very lucrative or a job which he would like, because as vice presidents, he may not get much to do in the BCCI. We advised that we should contest for the office bearer's post, begin with the treasurer, then get on to the secretary and then to the president. I think he is the only person in the BCCI who has been the treasurer of BCCI for 3 years, the secretary of BCCI for 3 years, and the president of BCCI. BCCI elections are also as tough as the TNCA. The first year, we were working for the group of Mr. Sharad Pawar. We lost, it was a tie, and Mr. Dalmia used his casting vote to bring Ranveer Singh Mahendra as the president. The next year, again, we went and worked hard, got the confidence of all the member states of BCCI, because we sponsored, that was also because of the contribution we made to the development of the game. We sponsored the All India Manadwala Gold Cup tournament. the Tirupati tournament, the Arlam Trophy, the Sale Trophy, and various other tournaments in the country. All of them came to know that here is a person who is interested in not in the power but in the development of the game. That's how we got into the BCCI. Once he became the treasurer, you won't believe the entire working committee meetings or the AGM will be handled by the treasurer, not the secretary, because Mr. Pawar had that confidence in him. He introduced the ex gratis scheme for the cricketers first, cricketers and the umpires, increased the medical reimbursement for players, for first-class cricketers, and then for cricketers like N.Srinivasan, who had a brain tumor, Paulie Umbriga, Dilip Sardesai, Inderjit Singh Ji, all who had to spend huge amounts for medical treatment. Special consideration was given, and the BCCI reimbursed their medical expenses. When the pension scheme was introduced, many of them, we were not able to identify some of the cricketers' wives, like Subhash Gupta's wife, who was in West Indies, Raman Lamba's wife, who was in Scotland. All this, we took the great pains to trace them and send the monthly gratis to them. This act of his probably drew all the cricketers, and they started liking him so much that whenever there was an occasion, when we called the cricketers for a function in, whether for India Women's or for any other function in Chennai where he was involved, all of them came to attend the function. All the captains of past captains, Mr. Kapil Dev. Even now, Kapil Dev calls me every month to find out how his health is. Sachin wanted his last test to be played in Wankhede before and to announce his retirement. There was not a scheduled match, but he got it for him in Mumbai. He took over as the chairman of the ICC. I used to attend along with him the ICC meetings, the CEC meetings, and also when he took over as chairman. He fought for the increase in the share of revenue for India from 2% to 21%, of course, which was later reduced to 16% when Mr. Shank Manohar went as president. And then now I think Mr. Jay Shah has brought it back to 40%, which is a great achievement for India. The kind of respect he had from the ICC members. You know, normally ICC means it's dominated by ECB. The entire scenario was changed when they wanted to change the constitution by adopting the Wolf report. He stood firm and got the signatures of all the 10 test playing countries to stop that. This he did because of the fact that the constitution which was proposed was not democratic. That was the reason why he did that. So I can go on talking about Mr. Srinivasan and his contribution. Why I say all this is because of the fact that I was fortunate to be working under him, and I learned so many things, be it when they had discussions on the DRS or on anti-doping, the stand he took, and how he convinced the other members of the board, other members of the ICC. So I'm grateful to him. I'm grateful to T.V. Swaminathan, Dr. G. Natarajan, who made me come into the cricket administration at a time when I took the decision from moving over from accounts to cricket administration. It's been a great journey for me, and I'm sure that I'll be able to continue to do what I can to the cricketers, to the Tamil Nadu Cricket Association. I can never forget the kind of love and affection the club secretaries of TNCA, city club secretaries as well as district cricket associations have showered on me. I am hoping that the cooperation given by all the club secretaries and district associations has kept TNCA as a strong unit, strong administrative unit, and everybody in the country talks about how TNCA is functioning. I would like to mention here the contribution of the present office bearers after they have taken over. When once there was more money coming in, they have developed the infrastructure in a very big way, especially for the districts and also for the kind of, probably this stadium is supposed to be the best in the country today. It has been mentioned by all the players, and the newly renovated KMK stand is the one which is always praised by everybody. All the cricket captains of whichever country they are in, even when they came for the World Cup, they have praised about how the dressing room has been designed. I think Rupa should be given a big hand for taking such interest in creating a wonderful hospitality stand at Chennai. Even when the IPL finals were held, they decided that any important game should be given to Chennai, even though Calcutta has a higher number of, higher number of seats. They said that Chennai has the best of facilities, and I think they should start giving Chennai more. We got the playoff games also. So I think all credit goes to the management of TNCA, and I am sure that I will be able to contribute as well to the development of cricket in Tamil Nadu as long as my health permits. All this time I've never said anything about my family or my wife, who's taken the pains to sustain. What I would say is I've now been at home right from my early days. So I've never taken a holiday with my family. Right, only now in the last couple of years we have gone together. She has been the one who has been taking care of my food wherever I go. A big thank you to Vijaya. And I think Ashwini very clearly explained the feelings of the family. I have the greatest respect for my mother, who is around 97 now, and I think, health permitting, I'll be definitely able to continue my work with TNCA. As far as CSK is concerned, I think it was a decision, again, by Mr. Srinivasan, when the entire board of India Cements didn't want to get into a franchise. He said, no, I will take, because the public of Chennai will miss, though he was not for T20 format. So that's how it started. And we had V.B. Chandrasekhar, who was responsible at that time for the selection of the team. Unfortunately, we don't have V.B. right now. And he was one cricketer, one captain for India Cements who won most of the games, most of the trophies, and also contributed very much for the initial formation of the CSK team, which has proved to be the most consistent team in the IPL. I don't have to mention anything about Tala. Everybody knows he's the backbone. He's CSK, and I'm sure that he has agreed to play for current year also. So that's a big boon for the fans of CSK. Some of the fans of CSK have also come. I want to thank them also. With these few words, I would like to once again thank the Tamil Nadu Cricket Association from the bottom of my heart for having organized this function. Thank you very much.